Thank you.
Thank you. Another hat. Anyway, thank you, Your Excellencies, members of CARICOM, African Union, and the UN Office for Partnerships. This, for me, is a very humbling moment, and I'm so thankful for the work you've done to bring us to this point, to have the UN recognize this suffering in this way, to have this memorial here means so much for all of us here and for the world. Most of my work, and I guess all of our work, is to lighten our footprint and then find ways to relieve the suffering of others. This memorial reminds us. I mean, when I go to work every day, I go to work for people who are ill-affected, still ill-affected dramatically as a result of the transatlantic slave trade. And so having this memorial is a great statement for them and a learning experience, and for all of us to hear the stories from different countries, from different experiences, from the groups that were separated from their homes. Is compelling, and it should be taught more often in more schools, to more children. But for me, it's a ticket, I guess, to be a Goodwill Ambassador. I think of it as most likely get me in a lot of trouble. I expect that, we talk about still the amount of modern-day slavery that exists, and the continued cycle of ignorance, and still the burden of white supremacy that exists. The darker people in the world, all over the world, are suffering still. So this reminder is a good start to teach us all about our history and to remind us of why we suffer. But also, as a result of this, we remember to remove the suffering of others. So, as African Americans and as Africans and from the Caribbean, we know that there is suffering other places. And I guess if we can redirect some of that energy, that will take the burden off our own suffering. So I want to use this office, this appointment. And like I said, I probably will get in a lot of trouble as a result. But I'm very, very excited about the potential for this to teach us and to relieve our suffering and to protect us from the future, for potential for the same cycle of negativity. So this is a great honor, and it reminds me of lots of work to do, not only to raise the money, but to raise the consciousness of people everywhere. So thank you.